Alright guys, hello and welcome to another episode of Muv Luv. Last time, found out some more causality stuff. It turns out that Haku is affecting this universe, but he's not sucking out memories, he's inserting them into people. Though it's not like super direct and it's usually just in their subconscious. But yeah, that's basically the gist of last episode. Obviously Sumita progression is great, but they only have two or 3 days until the hive mission, so gotta gotta work fast, I guess. Get in the best shape they can. But yeah, let's just start the day and see what happens. Sumita? Maybe. Or it still could be Tasmi. I'm gonna guess this time it's Sumita. Oomph. Oh, I'm exhausted. I stayed up so late looking at the data from Tasmi's readings, I hardly slept. Just let me sleep a little bit longer. At least until the wake-up call. But she's not supposed to be up. She's not supposed to be here though, right? She's supposed to like stand around, so kind of breaking the rules for this. What if she gets spotted? Casimir, what are you doing? It's freezing. Huh? Look at her, man. That seems like normal Sumita right now. Sumita? No, we're just used to it. Though I kind of feel bad for Casimir. She lost her alarm clock duties. But no, that's not it at all. What are you doing here? Why are you the one waking me up? Look how normal she seems. This is like, again, huge strides from yesterday. No, I didn't mean it like that. Holy crap, she's acting even more like Sumita than she was yesterday. That's literally what I was saying. She's almost indistinguishable from the real thing. Huh? What is it? But her memories are still kind of messed up. Yeah, totally. Why do you ask? Does it not feel like that? Oh. Nah, it wasn't a dream. That much I can assure you. I see. So not all the borrowed memories have been fully integrated yet. Kasumi's been waking me up every morning, though chances are she only got the idea from reading Sumita's mind while she was still a brain, and making those memories her own. Either that, or she read it from my memories of Sumita doing it in my world. Anyway, I'm guessing Kasumi must have projected that image into this Sumita, or Sumita must have read it herself. Well, I've got a full day of training ahead of me, both simulator and field exercises. It's the trigger word. Though the good, it's like not a bad one. Crap, I shouldn't have said that. Wait, that didn't set her off? Wow, that feels like a really huge step forward. Uh-oh. What's wrong? Another headache? These headaches used to lead to a panic attack or throw her into a fit of rage aimed at the beta, but today it's that she's hardly even phased. Yeah, this is huge. Honestly, with this crazy rate of progression, she probably will be like ready for the mission. I'm still just worried about like, well, I mean, who knows though. Her actually seeing the beta might change things, you never know. I can't believe it, she's not freaking out at all. This is incredible, Sumita. Wanna talk to Yuko-sensei about it? I'll come with you. Why not?
保健の先生じゃないと、やっぱりお医者さんかな。
Oh. Okay, she's clearly getting confused with my memories now, right? No, wait, maybe it's something that leaked over from the other Sumita. I think you're getting a little mixed up. Yuto-sensei's the closest thing we've got to a school nurse here.
そうだっけ?
Yeah, and she's a pretty good one too.
じゃあ、光月先生に見てもらうよ。
Cool, I'll go with you.
ごめんね。
Come on, don't apologize. It's not your style. Guess she really can't tell the difference between her own memories and the ones she absorbed from the other Sumita and the ones from my original timeline. As like Sensei was saying yesterday, she's trying to piece them all together into a single cohesive framework. Maybe these headaches are a result of her noticing contradictions in these disjointed memories. That would make a lot of sense. But I'm not gonna guess on science stuff. The unending fight. Mission briefing. It's time.
本日未明、国連軍第11軍司令部より極東国連全軍に対し佐渡島配部制圧作戦が発令された。
Dun dun dun.
機会あるごとに触れてきたが、本作戦は在日国連軍および帝国本土防衛軍との大規模共同作戦だ。作戦名は高21号作戦。
Operation 21st.
これは佐渡島配部の帝国軍戦略故障高21号目標に依頼する。
Okay, that made sense. I was gonna say, but it's happening on the 25th. But no, it's just, I guess, of the hive identification.
作戦実施は来たる12月25日。すでに国連帝国両軍は日本海沿岸部に集結中だ。当横浜基地からは我が A01 部隊のみが特殊任務のために参加することになる。
So we're gonna be the only ones going to Sadogashima for the evaluation. Well, even if there were other units she felt she could use, they can't leave the Alternative 4 HQ undefended. That's probably one more reason Yuto-sensei negotiated with the Empire.
本作戦における我が部隊の任務はオルタネイティブ計画より試験的に投入される新型兵器の支援及び護衛だ。
The first lieutenants didn't even flinch. They must have been informed prior to the briefing. But since she didn't mention it by name, I can assume the 00 unit hasn't been declassified yet.
我が部隊は明朝0400
Oh my god. So we're going tomorrow
陸路にて帝国軍
and just staying overnight and then starting the mission in the morning. So we really don't have a lot of time then. This is like the last day we can really train, right?
帝国海軍の戦術規模艦大隅に移動後、海路にて佐渡島を目指す。
Made sense, yeah. Need to take a boat out.
高21号作戦全体の概要は本日の訓練終了後、司令および副司令から直々にご説明いただく予定だ。
Wait, the CO? Not just Yuto-sensei? I mean, it's a bid mission. It made sense the other bid boss would talk to us. I mean, this is definitely a massive operation on the whole, but as far as the alternative program is concerned, we're just taking the opportunity to conduct the 00 unit's practical assessment, right? I mean, true, but you're still destroying a hive. It's not like all of Yokohama's base's troops are being mobilized or anything. Why would the base commander need to make an appearance?
この任務では我々が正面に立ってドンパチやるわけではない。国連軍と帝国軍が敷き詰めた赤絨毯の上をお上品に歩いていくようなものだ。
Right, we got a bunch of people escorting us. Because we're just escorting Sumita to test her powers. Test if she can truly read the beta and comprehend them and their strategies.
したがってこれまで貴様たちがやってきた訓練で十分対処できる。自信を持って臨めばいい。 ベータ支配地域での戦闘だ。決して油断するな。はい。
Ma'am.
何か質問は？
タイ、新型兵器に関しての質問は可能でしょうか？
新型兵器の詳細は訓練後のブリーフィングで伝達されるだろう。
では今日の訓練はその任務を想定したものではないということですか？
もちろん任務を想定
So we aren't gonna get a trial run with Sumita
ここ数日
in the
の
actual
訓練に組み
practice?
込まれていたもの
Matana-sucks. Wait, seriously? I had no idea. I guess that made sense though. The captain already knew we had a big operation coming up, and I wouldn't be surprised if the first lieutenants were informed about it too. I can't imagine they wouldn't adjust the training regimen to prepare for it, especially with all these new recruits.
念のために確認なんですけど、背部突入は任務に含まれますか？
That's a good question. If the whole point of this is to test Sumita's mind reading capabilities, we're gonna need to get pretty damn close. I assumed from the way they described it, we were actually gonna go like try to destroy the hive, no? But I guess just getting in and testing our abilities is good enough, and then we can just retreat. But I just assumed because we're like gathering a lot of forces for this. But either way, I think we're definitely going to go into the hive at least. But we shouldn't need to actually go inside the thing, right? Okay. Damn, I assumed wrong then. Okay. I see, so it's not completely out of the realm of possibility. But we're still gonna have to get pretty close to the hive, otherwise we won't be able to get the vital information Yuto-sensei is looking for. Although, this could also just be a pretty basic test, I guess. Recon's not really the objective here. I should ask her later. She said she would give us more details, right? Or maybe not, I don't know. Oh, it's finally over. Nothing but mock battles and teamwork exercises from dawn till dusk. And right before the big operation, no less. I think the captain's perfectionism is starting to get a little out of hand. Normally I could handle a rigorous schedule like this, but today, I'm just beat. I've been spending so much time reviewing Casimi's reading logs and making that Santa rabbit, I've hardly slept at all recently. This can't be good for my health, and as a surface pilot, I'm being pretty irresponsible. Meanwhile, you sound like you're still raring to go. On it, Chief. We're just tuckered out, alright? I'm pathetic, I know. No surprise that the first lieutenants are all used to the captain's hellish training regimen by now. Clearly it's intended to test our mental fortitude as well. Sniffle, Lieutenant Kazuma, you're such a sweetheart. I'm pretty sure she just made fun of you though. What are you talking about? Whoa, whoa. That is crazy to say. Huh? Where the hell did that come from? Yeah, that was... You did not need to say that. But she's pretty devious like that. No, what do you mean? Bullshit. Okay, at least Hayase didn't fall for the bait this time. Well, serves you right. Oh hey, thanks, I really appreciate it. It's the nasty drink, man. Oh god, this is that nasty ass drink the captain gave me a few days back. Oh no, it's just Well, I know the captain drinks the stuff, and if Lieutenant Kazuma sings in its praises, then it must be good for you. Imagine if they're just trolling you, but I don't think the captain would do any tomfoolery like that. She seems way too serious. No kidding, sounds like you're quite the health nut. Well, she's right about that, and the best medicine is always the hardest to swallow, as they say. Man, I could really stand to learn a few things from her. Oh, they like the taste. Maybe we're just weird. Okay, see you around. There must be something seriously wrong with Lieutenant Kazuma's taste buds. Well, maybe the captain likes it too, and then you're just weird. Yeah, we're double dipping, man. I'm fine, it's no biggie, I'm just taking a little breather. That's what I said, I'm tuckered out. He knows the vocabulary. I feel like it's been a while since we got any cool Tama stuff happening. This is like just too much else to focus on. But I miss praising Tama, man. Give her some sit snipe shots when we go to the hive. But yeah, those exercises were a nightmare, though I guess they probably tipped it up a notch to get us ready for the real thing. Okay, see ya. We're gonna talk to Suzumiya? Why does she's the only one that looks kind of troubled. See ya, Tama. I know. You're still as spunky as ever, I see. Though I'd expect no less of Lieutenant Hayase's aspiring protege. Good to see there aren't any hard feelings about that little argument we had yesterday. Yeah, she wants to beat us square and fair. Fair and square, not square and fair. Thought that sounded a little off. Hey, you don't stir the pot again, and what the hell are you even implying? Yeah, you and your double entendres, man. Dude, please don't provoke her, not after what happened yesterday. You seriously are way too honest sometimes. I'd hate to have been one of your younger brothers. What are you laughing about? Oh wait, that's not even me. Again, it's been a while since we see our OG squad mates or interacted with them, but it's always crazy seeing Shizuru's hair, man. Those braids are like bigger than her arms. If she like cut off the braids and donated it, it would non-ironically like be like a couple thousand, I think. Like maybe like 5k. Because 1,000's like normal long hair. That's like giga long hair, bro. That's enough hair for like probably more than 10 people to get like short haircuts, I think. It's crazy. I told you this isn't funny. Damn you, Kashiwagi. You don't think I've gonna let this slide? A little revenge is definitely in order. And I know just how to do it. Hey, Kashiwagi, you feeling a little thirsty? Hehe, good, she's taking the bait. Well, if you want, you can have this. Lieutenant Kazuma gave it to me, but I'm not really all that thirsty. Dude, I feel like people just love the drink, and you're just a hater. Oh, totally, it's all yours. Wahaha, you fool, that stuff tastes like rat poison. One sip and you'll be begging for mercy. Sorry, but I'm fresh out. Guess it's just not your day. Trust me, you left out big time. You don't want anything to do with that stuff. I mean, if the captain and the lieutenant are drinking it, you really don't think the others don't know about the drink? Like it's some sort of secret? And if he doesn't, and if they don't know, then we just effed over Mikoto a little bit. Sorry. Call this collateral damage. Well, she asked for it. Can't say I didn't warn her. Phew. But man, it's surprising to see that everyone's still so upbeat even though we're about to be deployed. First real mission with the full squad. For most of us, this is going to be our first Hive-related operation. Only the first lieutenants and second lieutenant Kazuma have prior experience with this. Sure, we're not spearheading the assault or anything, but that doesn't mean this mission isn't highly dangerous. Suzumiya and Kashiwagi have more experience than the rest of us from Squad 207. Our only run-ins with live combat were during the coup d'etat attempt and the beta ambush during the XM3 trials. But we weren't armed during the trials. Technically, that probably doesn't even count as combat experience. I mean, I would say it still counts as combat experience. It's like experience when you're like, when you got no ammo left and you just gotta survive. And the coup d'etat only gave us experience fighting other humans, though it definitely still took a huge emotional toll on our squad. Rip Walken, rip Irma. In that sense, fighting the beta might actually be easier for these guys. I think I get it now. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. All my squad mates were born and raised in this world, so risking their lives in this struggle against the beta just comes with the territory. Meanwhile, I've only spent a few years here, and it definitely shows. For these guys, it must have been a huge culture shock to have to go to war with other human beings. Whereas back in my world, those were the only kind of wars we had, so it didn't faze me at all. They're less conflicted about fighting the beta, although that doesn't mean they're not afraid of death, of course. I mean, Sergeant and Guji said it's pretty common for pilots to wet themselves during their first encounters. Still, they find strength in the knowledge that their sacrifice is going to save countless lives, so they won't be dying in vain. It's how they're able to stay positive like this, even in the face of adversity. And look at me now. Even I'm feeling remarkably calm about all this. Sure, I had to go to hell and back to get to this point, but I think I've finally caught up to everyone else in terms of mental fortitude. Oh no, I've still got ways to go. I have to destroy whatever it is that made me a causality conductor and undo the damage I did to the other world by running away. I finally found my purpose here, something that only I can do. But, like Lieutenant Hayase said, I can't be too focused on the bigger picture. I need something more tangible, too. A personal goal I can actually achieve. And I think I've found one. I'm going to protect this world, Sumika. I'm going to keep the 00 unit safe. It might not be the most selfless goal, but I think it's the main thing keeping me sane right now. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. No? It's good to have.
諸君も知っての通り、本日未明、国連軍第11軍司令部及び帝国軍参謀本部より、高21号作戦が発令された。 佐渡島にあるベータ5高21号目標制圧を目的とする国連と帝国の大規模合同作戦だ。なお本作戦は気象条件に関係なく決行される。 A01 部隊の任務に先立ち、まず本作戦の概略を説明する。本作戦の第一目
Maps.
的
You know I love some maps.
当21号目標の無力化。第2に敵施設の占領
Yeah.
及び可能な限りの敵情報収集である。
Yeah, so they are destroying the hive. I'm not crazy. They're neutralizing the hive. Take control of the facility. I mean, that would be great too. Then you get like a real, like some real mapping of the hive. Like we have like a little, like we have an outline and stuff, but this will get us like way more detail.
高21号目標は朝鮮半島の高20号目標と並び、ベータの日本侵攻における前進基地となっている。西日本全域を干渉地帯に持つ九州戦線に対し、高21号目標は日本の柔らかい横腹に突き立てられた県である。この脅威を取り除くことにより、
It would be great.
樺太日本、台湾、フィリピンからなる極東防衛ラインの戦略的安定をさらに強固なものとするのだ。
Because they said the next hive is in the Korea Peninsula, which is like this is like right next to Japan. The other one's like a little bit farther, so it gives a lot more time. Like if they launch an attack, they can prepare, like they have more preparation time, which is huge, right?
では次に作戦の概要を説明する。背部攻略のセオリーに従い、作戦の第一段階では国連宇宙総軍の
Of
総
course.
統駆逐艦隊による機動爆撃が行われる。
You started off by bombing the shit out of them. You love to see it.
衛星軌道から佐渡島に極超音速で降り注ぐ
Oh, these are...
弾頭弾の雨を降らせるのだ。
And this disables the lasers by doing the... I forgot, they explained something like this. It like makes like a weird smoke thing that makes them unable to see through for a little bit or something.
敵の迎撃と同時に佐渡島
Maybe,
周
I don't
辺
know.
に展開した帝国連合艦隊第2戦隊が艦砲およびロケットによる長距離砲は攻撃を
Bomb them
開始。
harder. Bomb them, they show up to counterattack, and then you bomb them again from another angle. I like the idea of that.
この第一波攻撃も機動爆撃同様対レーザー弾によるものだ。敵の二次迎撃による重金属雲の発生を合図に
That's
全艦
okay.
多目的運搬砲弾による砲撃に切り替
I
え
was right.
以降徹底的な面制圧を行う。
I know it's some weird smoke thing, but it's like, yeah, it's like metal clouds, which like form light smoke. And since it's metal, it's like they either like can't like detect people properly, so they can't really fire, or it just prevents them from firing in general. I don't know which one. I'm assuming it's just preventing them from detecting people, so if they fire, it would be wild, more wild. Launches a second. The entire airspace will be covered. Yeah, then they're just on a bomb normally. Gotcha, so the orbital bombs are basically just a decoy since they know the heavy and standard laser class are gonna snipe them away before they get low enough to create an effective heavy metal cloud. Okay, so they send it, they get detected, they shoot, and while they're shooting, they hit them with the real attack, causing the metal cloud. Okay. I liked it. I love the diagrams, man. That's when they'll launch the naval saturation bombing while the laser class are still in their refractory period. Whichever shells they intercept first, some of those anti-laser rounds will get close enough to create a massive heavy metal cloud, protecting the next wave of shelling from the lasers. It's a pretty solid strategy. I agree, that sounds sick. They're cooking. Although I can't say it's the most eco-friendly plan. They won't use G-bombs because of their negative effects on the environment, but polluting the atmosphere with heavy metals is totally fine. It's all about scale, right? Because G-bombs like prevents life from growing, probably in general, and the effects are still unknown. Well, sure, heavy metal, probably not great for the environment, but it's clearly better, right? It's like comparing like just normal ass rocket bombings to like a nuke. Like they're both bad, obviously, and destructive for the environment, but one causes damage for years to come, while the other one's kind of just immediate and will heal faster. It's like how nukes are bad, but the depleted uranium rounds in our TSFs use are A-okay. Okay, I'm not gonna complain about that since I don't really know. Can't say I understand that logic, but maybe it's just because I grew up in a peaceful world. It's all about min-maxing, alright? I can't imagine the uranium rounds and the TSFs are like nearly as impactful as a nuke, right?
この段階で艦隊の砲弾消耗は7割。これは極東国連軍と帝国軍の砲弾備蓄総量の 50% だ。
50%. Oh shit, they're fucking bombing. That's a lot of bombs. Damn, we're using that much ammo in a single bit. Yeah, that's crazy. 50% of all the reserved ammo from Japan. That is insane if you think about it. And that's the 21st base, man. Or at least I assume it's the 21st base. It's a lot. Oops, did I skip that? Damn, we're using that much ammo on a single forward base? Well, I guess they'd just overwhelm us with sheer numbers otherwise. But if it hits this much firepower to get rid of one minor hive, I can't imagine how we could ever take back all of Asia. I'm starting to see why some people just want to G-bomb the entire continent. Yeah, but the future, man. You gotta think about the future. Save Asia.
信濃、美濃、加賀の戦艦3隻を旗艦とした帝国連合艦隊第2戦隊がマノ湾へ突入。
Thought that said Mayo Bay. You know, and the Kaga.
射撃をもって旧八幡から旧高野、旧坊ヶ浦一帯を面制圧。
Takano mentioned. Best Hidudero.
同時に帝国海軍第17戦術機構戦隊が雪の高浜へ強襲上陸し、共闘砲を確保。
They're trying to charge right into the enemy? Well, they bombed the shit out of them, right? They gotta start infiltrating the actual land. The whiskey unit. Not a very Japanese name. Actually, I'm hating. Japanese whiskey is kind of goated. Holy shit, the Empire's pouring nearly half of all its resources into this operation. I mean, the ships, the tanks, the TSFs, these numbers are insane. They're literally going all in. Because again, if they do actually clear this hive, obviously it's big for Japan, but it's also like a big statement to the world, right? Because again, no hive has ever been cleared from actually like infiltrating it like this. They just G-bombed the shit out of it. So this is like, it's huge. It's huge. But if they lose, obviously they're gonna be crippled for a while, at least military-wise. How do you even unload a unit that huge? Are they gonna have to shuffle them over from Niigata in multiple trips? No, Sato Dashima's close enough that the TSFs could fly there from the mainland themselves. But that's only gonna be possible if we gain air superiority. And the initial landing units would definitely need to bring a supply of propellant for them. Well, in any case, it looks like we might just have enough manpower to counter their reinforcements after all. Is that us? That's when the UN comes in, baby. Oh, America's coming too, with us UN stuff. Okay, combined. 続いて国連軍機構3個連隊および戦術機構5個連隊からなるエコー部隊を順次揚陸。
詳細は後になるが、諸君はこのエコー隊の上陸に呼応して
So we're part of
任務
Echo,
を開始することになる。
I think.
先行部隊が戦線を構築、エコー主力部隊は北上、旧早吉からただら峰跡を経由して
We're
旧
attacking from
芦
all
田関を目指
sides,
す。
man. Yeah, this is crazy.
ここまでの陽動が成功した場合、高21号目標からの
Yeah,
敵増援は大
it's
きく
divide
二
and
つに分
conquer.
断されているはずである。つまり両津市から高21号目標
And
が
it'll give us a
存在する
clear,
金北山
clear
跡まで
chance to the
敵は
hive.
ほとんど存在しないことになる。
I see. So you bomb the shit out of them so to make sure you can even like land units there, and then obviously more beta are gonna come out of the hive. But if you have two huge forces attacking, it's gonna split them up and give like an opening. I like it.
この戦況の現実を待ち、作戦は第4段階へと移行する。
But Tataru is kind of right though that all this just for like a smaller hive. But I guess the information we get from Sumitra could be huge, where you don't need to like use all these resources for the next hives.
爆撃を終え、軌道上周回中の国連宇宙総軍艦隊より投下される第6機動
Orbital
攻撃
drops.
再突入を開始。
And it'll be pretty safe because the laser dies aren't here,
佐渡島へ到着した
or most of them will be gone anyways,
21号目標内部へ突入。第2目的の達成を目指す。
which is our objective. The secondary objective, or no, it's to take control of the hive, right. The secondary objective to take control of the hive, or at least gather as much intel as possible.
突入部隊の第4層への到達を確認した後、ウイスキー隊が順次突入。高21号目標の占領を目指す。
I wonder if there are prisoners in the Sadodashima hive, people that were captured by the beta like Sumito was. I mean, I assume so. If they're having UN forces head in first, it's probably because they're hoping to find others like her. Yeah, then we'll have proper backups for more 0-0 units. Yeah, that makes sense. Because again, it's easier with people that are brains already, right? If they did, they could make a second or even a third 0-0 unit. Plus, with all those rare beta materials down there, I'm guessing they'd much rather capture the hive than just destroy it. Yeah, the minerals, they talked about that too, right? If my suspicions are correct, then this operation was definitely planned by some die-hard alternative force supporters in the UN. In which case, this might really be a golden opportunity to keep Alternative 5 supporters at bay, just like Yuto-sensei said. It's our time.
エコー隊は突入作戦の支援に当たる。佐渡島周辺の海底に展開しているであろうベータ軍の再上陸に備えるのだ。
So then we're not part of Echo Unit, but they will help us.
さて、作戦がこの段階を迎えると、いよいよ諸君の出番となる。突入部隊が消息を絶った場合も同様。
Well, if they're wiped out, should we really go out? I guess you have to, right? With all the resources, you kind of just have to. Have to just play things through.
はい、続きをよろしく頼む。
は今朝も言ったように、高21号作戦における我が部隊の任務は、直接的なベータとの戦闘が目的ではない。オルタネイティブ4司令部より試験的に戦線投入される新型兵器の支援及び護衛である。
Yep, looks like they're still not calling it the 0-0 unit. Why not, though? Though I have to say, it feels a little weird that they're referring to her as a weapon. Well, I remember from our lectures on military history that stuff like cipher decryption devices were often categorized as secret weapons, so I guess it's not too big of a stretch.
本作戦中のいかなる状況においても最優先されるのは新型兵器の無傷での回収であることを頭に叩き込んでおけ。エコー隊にこうして動くことにはなるが、陽動に付き合う必要はない。むしろ任務と無関係な戦闘行為は
Yeah, we just shoot to protect Sumitra if needed to be. In other words, even if we see our allies begging for help, we're just gonna have to leave them to die.
とはいえ、佐渡島全域が敵の支配地域である以上、遭遇戦が頻発することが予想される。やむなく交戦した場合は、後の護衛任務に備え、残弾は常にフルにしておくんだ。訓練でもやっているが、 砲弾や装備の補給は
That's cool. They're just gonna be large cases of ammo. It made sense, but that's kind of sick. And it only works against like beta, right? You can't do this in like Cuban warfare because the enemy can use them. But since they have no need for ammo, you can just like drop a bunch of ammo cases around. That's cool. We'll probably drop a bunch in the hive too.
だが補給を焦って警戒がおろそかになり敵の餌食になるケースは非常に多い。
Right, kinda like how you often get killed trying to go after extra lives or power-ups in a video game.
回収の際は必ずエレメントを心がけ、残弾の多い方から補給を行う原則を忘れるな。はい。では、作戦全体の進行に沿った形で任務内容を説明する。我が隊はエコー部隊とともに上陸を開始し、旧上ニーボを目標に南下していく。新型兵器は作戦の第2段階を合図に横浜基地から出撃。佐渡島東南部旧豊岡付近から高21号目標へ進行を開始する。
Yeah, I was trying to say we're not landing with Sumika. It's a little weird. Wait, they don't send Sumika's TSF from the base all by itself? Why would they do that?
我々は新型兵器の到着まで進行ラインを確保し支配下に置く。次にオービットダイバーズの効果が行われるが、ここで注意しなければならないのはリエントリーシェル落下による被害だ。
Okay. Basically, and then just small recapping. So we land with the Echo unit, or part of the Echo unit anyways. And we just basically we just want to hold the area until Sumika gets there. Clear it, make sure everything's Gucci. Reentry shells, right, we went over those in one of her lectures. Yeah. That's the laser thing. Resistant to like lasers. Drop units use heat-resistant armor capsules that split in two and fall away prior to impact. These halves then crash onto the Earth's surface, opening up holes in the slabs that allow infiltration to begin much closer to the main shaft. Right. Ma'am?
さて、いよいよ我々の出番となるが、降下部隊の背部突入作戦の成否により我が隊の任務も変わってくる。突入部隊が制圧に成功した場合、我々も新型兵器とともに背部に侵入し情報収集に当たる。逆に失敗した場合、新型兵器の攻撃により背部とその戦力を無力化することになる。
Wait, neutralize as in, like, destroy it? You're telling me Sumika's TSF have enough firepower to just blow the whole thing to smithereens? You can't be serious. I don't know. I have no idea what she has in her TSF. It can't just be a bomb, because they don't want to kill Sumika, obviously. It's gonna be a long 2 days. Or is that like, we finish the mission, then we return anyway? After 2 days? Okay, I'd love to have a little manual for any recaps. Ma'am? Rush guard. Yeah, I guess they won't be needing those missile launchers since we're not planning on infiltrating the hive ourselves. I feel like we're gonna end up going into the hive anyways, to be honest. I can foresee like Sumika kind of freaking out and just going into the hive to kill Beta. If anything goes wrong with Sumika herself. I'm really hoping she'll explain what the captain meant about the new weapon neutralizing the hive. Doesn't that imply the new weapon isn't the 0-0 unit herself so much as the TSF she'll be piloting? Well, either way, there's no way a single TSF could possibly destroy an entire hive by itself, right? I mean, last I heard, it sounded like they were almost considering disarming her entirely. I know they made her a special TSF, but I was just picturing a big multi-seater or something. Largest counter-offensive in that's crazy, man. Again, lots of, like, if it's successful, a lot of global clout going around. Everyone's doping. Yes, ma'am. Oh, Simita's been introduced. Oh. Wait, so they're introducing it. Holy shit. Also, okay, a lot to take in here. Susano Mark II. Strategic, highly maneuverable aeronautic fortress HG-70B. I love how Yuto just didn't tell us anything about this. And that's a normal TSF, so it's fucking huge. And I think it can turn into a ship. Will this even... I mean, I guess it'll fit in the hive holes, but it's giant. What the hell? That's no TSF. Look how huge it is. This is what Simita's gonna be piloting? It's a big boy. I mean, Susano's, trying to remember. It's either like, I know it's a god in some Japanese mythology. It's like the god of either like the sword, like the god of swords, or the god of war, I think. It's god of fighting or something. Wait, the HG-70, I feel like I remember hearing about this. It was some part of deal with the Americans. I forgot, but I know, I remember Yuto talking about a deal with the Americans. I forgot its name though. Holy shit. Holy shit. And I guess they need like someone with Simita's powers to use it? Like why not just use a highly skilled pilot for it? Wait, a charged predator cannon? Gravity control? You mean to tell me that this world had that kind of technology for over 20 years? The G-bombs. Yeah. The Giga Fortress. Right, now I remember. I thought I recognized the name HG-70 from somewhere. It's what Chief Yoroi and Yuto-sensei were talking about before the coup. Okay, this was not the conversation I was thinking of. I was thinking it was much later, so... This must be what she meant when she said the Americans were finally starting to play ball after she completed the 0-0 unit.
の事態に備えてこれだけ厳重な護衛体制をとっている。何せ簡単に失うわけにはいかない代物だ。だけどこのテストの結果次第では次回以降の背後攻略作戦は今回の100分の1以下の戦力で済むようになる。
Yeah, I mean, if this is like really successful at just destroying, but we're not even sending it into the hive, right? We said we're just looking around or testing Sumita's powers, or I guess this machine's powers. Why didn't Yuto like tell us any of this, man? I mean, it's not part. We can't really do anything about it, but it would be nice to know. That's an understatement. If this works as well as the Americans drafted it up, then the Susano-0 or Susano Mark II could take out an entire hive all by itself. If the simulators are any indication, then the passageways within the hive are pretty huge. I don't doubt the Susano could fit inside. Okay, that was one of my questions. Glad he answered it.
そうなれば、ベータ回線が始まって以来言われ続けている人類の勝利っていう言葉に初めて現実的な可能性と具体性が付加されることになる。
She's right. I mean, just look at how much manpower we're using for a hive on a dinky little island. Although this strategy might work on other coastal hives if you had enough resources, it's just not applicable to assaulting a landlocked target. Yeah, a lot of like our current strategy is attacking it from like, because we can't bombard them with like a second unit without the sea, right? And then we have like multiple like units attacking from different sides. It just can't really be done on land. But if the Susano Mark II really is all it's cracked up to be, then Yuto-sensei is right, it'll completely turn the tides of this war. My only problem is like we saw the map of the hives and all the hives are like really close together, so even if you get like the Susano to one of the hives, won't the other hives like immediately start like marching forward? Like I know it's supposed to be super strong, but if like all the hives just do a giant push against it, I assume they can still destroy it, right? But maybe I'm underestimating it. I don't really understand gravitational lasers and stuff.
じゃあ、サノー2型を護衛するにあたっての注意点を言っておくね。まず第一に、サノー2型の機体走行面から10メートル以上の距離を
Yeah, I don't want to get caught up in any of what's happening there.
サノー2型の姿勢制御と軌道は高重力機関によって形成されるラザフォードフィールドと呼ばれる重力場によって制御されている。これに干渉すると急激な重力変調に巻き込まれるわよ。コクピットで
Jesus, okay, fair enough. But I guess that means the beta can't go near it, which is a problem for them because a lot of the beta is just melee, right?
制御システムがまだ完全じゃないことが原因だからおいおい解消される問題だけど今回は調整が間に合わなかった。念のためラザフォードフィールドが形成されている時にはあんたたちの機体側で危険を回避するように設定してあるけど十分気をつけなさい。了解。
Roger.
じゃあ次、家電粒子砲が発射態勢に入ったらスサノー2型より後方
The
に
big laser.
簡単に説明すると家電粒子砲は一種の運動エネルギー兵器。
Wait, so it's not a laser or something like that? A particle cannon? I don't know the difference. I'm gonna be honest. It's still a beam weapon though, at least. Pew pew.
まず一つ目。射出されたイオン流が車線上の空気と衝突することで可視光線を含む大量の電磁波がまき散らされる。
Okay, wait. I'm kind of getting it, I guess, because if they're firing a bunch of particles, unlike a laser, which is just a straight line of light, like a particles like spread out, right? So maybe you can get caught in the blast easier if you're like in front of it.
2つ目。電荷を持ったイオンが高速移動することで車線周囲の一定範囲に強力な磁界が発生する。つまり車線軸に隣接する一定の範囲はとんでもない出力の電子レンジと同じ状態になるってこと。
I imagine that's not a great feeling.
今の戦術機程度の電磁波遮蔽処置では人間も電子機器も瞬殺でしょうね。
Sounds rough.
佐野2型は家電粒子の最終収束と車線方向を方向部に備えられた重力場形成装置で制御しているの。だから機体より後ろにいれば安全。ただし真後ろはダメよ。家電粒子砲は光学兵器じゃないから発射の際に反動が発生する。それを打ち消すためにかなり大きいラザフォードフィールドが機体の真後ろに発生するからね。以上の注意点を踏まえて護衛任務について具体的な注文をするわ。
Yeah, don't stand in front of it when it fires its particle cannon and be sure not to get too close or you'll get sucked in.
まず1点目、家電粒子砲発射態勢に入って以降、機体底面および後方以外のラザフォードフィールドが消滅する。2点目、家電粒子砲発射後、再発射までの約4分間、機体底面以外のラザフォードフィールドが消滅する。
You just protect it when it doesn't have its anti-gravity shield on, basically. 4 minutes? That's even longer than the heavy laser class needs to recharge.
つまり砲撃を続ける限り、底面と発射時の後方以外にラザフォードフィールドは形成されないってことね。走行剤は10レーザー級の単照射は2分弱、レーザー級なら7分は耐えられる設計だけど、複数以上の同時照射では当てにならない数字。
That's kind of crazy.
それに機体に直接取り憑かれることも致命的。近接防御用の
Yeah,
兵装は
it's only
一切装備
defense
してない。
for melee is the gravitational field. So you don't gotta worry about melee before it fires, but after you gotta protect it. I see, so normally the Ruther field makes it all but invulnerable, but since they aren't on all time, we have to protect it.
とにかくこのタイミングにベータを寄せ付け
Simple
ない
enough, honestly.
それがあんたたち
For
の
orders.
最も重要な任務だからね。
Yeah.
了解。
Roger.
あとはそうね、大丈夫だとは言っても手記に負担がかかるからなるべくレーザー
Yeah, try not to let it get hit. But I'm guessing when it has its anti-gravitational field up, like, do lasers go through that? Because I know it's like anti-melee based, but I assume it blots lasers, kind of, right?
了解。
I think she was talking about like laser durability, like when the shields are off.
まあ作戦が順調にいけばそんな事態にはならないけど、とりあえず以上。
Not talking about Sumika at all. It's definitely got a few weak points, but the Susano is clearly in a league of its own as a piece of weaponry. Hard to believe Sumika's gonna be the one piloting it. At any rate, I'm pretty sure it's still the 00 unit they're trying to evaluate here, even if the official purpose of the operation is to test the Susano-0. Susano-0. Man, I can see her piloting a TSF, but this behemoth, gotta admit, I'm a little worried.
オルタネイティブ4の成否はこの作戦の結果が大きく影響す
We
る。
got this.
頼んだわ。
I'm a little scared though. I feel like someone could definitely die here.
了解。
But I'm hoping not. Look at the squad, man. Look at Tom. Look at Mikoto, dude. They're fucking locked in.
すでに本作戦は発動している。諸軍は明朝の出撃に備え万全な準備を整えたまえ。以上だ。
敬礼。
Salute.
私は帝国海軍の作戦機関従順最上から指揮を取るから、じゃあ佐渡島で会いましょう。
Sensei's down beyond the front lines too? Is she just required to be there to monitor the 00 unit's practical assessment? Like, I'd imagine she would need to, right? Or she'd want to anyways. Is that just a sign of how confident she is in the Susano-0?
Susano-2 型の作戦コードは A0
They're just calling it the Susano, so.
高21号作戦と我々の任務に関するブリーフィングは以上だ。明朝の固執は丸2丸々とする。
2 a.m. is
夕
crazy.
食後は身辺整理をしてさっさと寝る。
So we're going right to bed. Okay, makes sense. Put our affairs in order. That seems like a pretty pessimistic way to go into this thing. Though I guess it's no different than the other day when they had to write our wills
そう
out.
だ。 遺品を受け取った者が悲しむようなものは処分するか分けておけ。
Things that might upset them. The hell? What does she mean by that?
いいから整理だけはしておけ。
No
家
idea.
に帰ってくれば済むことだ。
Yes, ma'am.
例えばだ。お前が早瀬注意のシャワー室を隠し撮りしている。
Why, bro? Why does she bully us so much? Who the hell would do a thing like that? What's this shit's problem?
なんかああもきっぱり言われると結構腹が立つよね。
Come on, quit joking around.
なんだ、年上は好みじゃないのか。じゃあ、あやみねあたりか。
それはあんたの好みでしょ。
Ooh.
ポ
Not you too.
いかがわしい写真とかピンナップ。とにかく受け取った遺族ががっ
What
か
do you
りする
think's in our
よう
room,
な
man? We don't have time for that. Oh, so that's what she meant. In that case, I've got nothing to worry about.
なんだ、隠さなくてもいいぞ。そういう年頃なんだし、恥ずかしいこと。
I just said I don't have any. Besides, what about you? I bet you've got a ton of stuff you need to set aside.
なぜそれを。ああ、なるほど。
Okay.
お前は私を隠し撮りしているん
That
だ。
was a good comeback, but then she just owned us again. She's just too good at it. Don't engage, Tataru. You can't win. Please, I'm tired of being the voyeur here.
そうか。そこまで言うなら仕方がないな。整備が終わったら、私の部屋に来い。
Huh?
隠し撮りではなく、直接見たいんだろ。
Jesus. What are you saying?
白金少尉、あなたは注意の冗談に反応しすぎるから面白がられているのよ。もう少しうまく流すことができればからかわれなくて済むのにね。
I'll do my best, Lieutenant. Thanks.
なんだ、トーコが良かったのか。それなら早く言えばいいのに。
Yes, ma'am. Duly noted. Tom is pissed, man. Put that rage into killing some beta tomorrow. Or protecting, I guess. But then we're not trying to engage. If we don't need to.
失礼しました。
Wait, what'd she say? You have time. Okay, I thought. It says you have time to screw off after dinner. I thought she said you have time to screw after dinner. The off makes that sentence a lot different.
よし。では各自速やかにハンガーに向かい機体のチェックを済ませるんだ。いつもより入念にだぞ。
Yeah. Don't want to glitch in the system for the bid day.
了解。
Ma'am.
以上。解散。
Alright, we're gonna end here though. Very fun episode. We got the details of the operation. I feel like I'm locked in. I know what's happening. And apparently, you know, all those times where Sumika's like, I'm not kill all the beta. I have the power. And I'm like, yeah, but like, what can she actually do? Apparently she has a unstoppable mech, man. That's what she can do. So, very exciting stuff. Thank you guys for watching, and next time, we dive into the bid operation. Let's hope it's successful. We'll see though.